Hi there, this is Business with Dave. In this video, I'm going to be telling you the powers of queues and why having a queue for your street food business is going to be so important, and why I particularly love queues and how it could work for your advantage as well for your business. Before I jump into this video, I want to thank everyone who has subscribed to the channel. You guys are all awesome, and if you haven't already, do subscribe at the end of this video. It will be very useful. But yeah, let's jump straight into this video. So one of the things that is great about queues is that it catches the eye. Literally, if you see a queue for like a street food business or for any business, your first thought is, whoa, why are they so popular? They must be good, or maybe I'll go check them out another time. And I think that's the power of the queue. Literally, if there's lots of people lining up, there's a reason why they're willing to wait 5, 10, 15 minutes for your food or for your product. And I think that's literally the draw that will bring people in even more. Even if they're not going to be willing to wait on that particular day, their initial thought is already, wow, this place is quite busy. This place is full of customers. This is a massive line. Maybe next time when it's a bit free, I can come give it a try. And I think that's the power of the queues, and I think that's so important. Literally, you won't learn this stuff in business school because honestly, they probably won't focus on these little things, but already catching the eye for the customer, having seen a massive validated amount of customers already here, that's already a massive positive. And I think if you can form queues, keep queues moving of course, but if it's already forming, allow it to sort of flourish, because as long as customers are willing to wait for your food, then you're doing something right, and people from the outside will see that you're doing something right too. Whether they will join your queue as well, or whether they come back next time when it's a bit more quieter, you'll at least create that impression. And I think that impression is so important because that could lead to like future business and potential repeat business as well, because if people like what you're doing and clearly you're doing something right, they'll keep coming back as well, maybe forming bigger queues as well. The second point is that good things happen to those who wait, and I think that's a saying that I love, and I think it makes so much sense, because yes, if there's something that you're willing to wait for, it is probably worth it, and if it's not worth it, then 100% no one will be there. So if you create that sort of impression, you create good food, great service, great products, why wouldn't anyone be waiting for your food or your products? And I think that's the general impression, that if you have a general queue and people are willing to wait, again, if it's 5, 10, 15 minutes, they're willing to wait for the food and for you to make it, and it's not going to be hectic, it's not going to be crammed, then you're doing something right. You should definitely maximize the queue sort of driver for drawing more people in, and I think that's so powerful. I think a lot of people will overlook that, and they just want to just churn them out, customers out as quick as they can. And I think that's such a good way in order to keep making those quick sales, and 100% agree, if you have enough staff, churn those customers out, because if you could keep your queues moving forward, then people are not going to be like, oh, I'm waiting too long, I'm going to go somewhere else. If people are moving consistently, then at least you're getting those quick sales and people are not waiting too long, because again, potential long queues is people going away. So do consider that as you create that general impressions that if it's a good thing, people are willing to wait. And I think lots of people are willing to wait, because why would they go to somewhere that is more expensive, that gives you less food, that is less inferior, than if they're willing to wait maybe 10 minutes for yours? So do consider that. The third thing is that it shows that you're doing something right, and I think again, the product is good, the service is good. Again, why wouldn't anyone come to your business? And I think that in itself is like a badge of approval. It's that 5-star rating. If you have good reviews online as well, that is also a big bonus, because people normally would search online before they go anywhere nowadays anyway. So if you've got 5-star, 4.5, 4.8, then you are on the right path and you're clearly doing something right. So do see it as you providing that consistency as well, that makes those people willing to wait, and also that general impression that you are literally doing something right, because if you're doing something wrong, no one again will be waiting in a line, and they won't be getting much customers into your business. So if you're doing something right, keep it up, keep it consistent, and if you can improve as well, super great, because you can improve on sales. If you go a bit quicker, you can improve on quality and maybe charge a slightly higher price, and people can get a better product. So many different ways you can maximize your sales as well. But having that queue, having that people willing to wait, so you're not waiting for anybody to come and you're not just dead and just waiting for one customer. If you already got a set amount of customers already waiting, then that's the ideal situation, because you want to get as much sales as you can and finish selling out and not have leftover stock as well. So I do see it as you're doing something right, but it's that initial thing where if you don't have any queues at this moment in time, find ways of forming it, find ways of attracting more people. Maybe it's a meal deal, maybe it's a cheaper sort of option, or maybe you offer something as well, like a sample that people could try and entice people in. There's so many different things you could be doing to form queues as well, but having that queue there, building consistently, and you churning them out, you have a successful business there, and you keep going with it. So as much as there's so many positives with long queues, and again, you should try to sort of facilitate that long queue, create that urgency, that special sort of feeling. Why would people want to shop here, or like why would they want to come eat with you? And it's because of your great food and great service. There are a lot of negatives as well, but I will list a couple of main ones, because literally if you have a long queue, yes, you might have demand, but if your service is slow and you're not churning out those customers and people are waiting and you've taken their order and they're waiting even longer for their food, then there's clearly something wrong with the general flow, the logistical parts of your business, which needs attending. Because if you have a queues, great, but if the queue is too long and you potentially are taking too long to make the food as well, and you may be short-staffed, or you just cannot cope with the demand, the worst thing is you have the potential of losing those customers as well. The worst is that someone placed an order, they wait 20 minutes, their food has not come out yet, and you have to give a refund, and they're angry, they're going somewhere else, they're never coming back. You want to avoid that. As much as there's a queue, you want to make sure you're churning out those orders. You make sure that don't take any more orders if you've already got a lot on your plate and a lot on your sort of getting organized. So do make sure you're organized, make sure you're prepared, you have enough stock to last you the whole day, particularly as well, and enough customers as well, enough staff members to put everything together and give it to the customers, because honestly, you don't want to be losing customers. If you're losing customers, you're losing potential repeat business as well. And I think if you lose that repeat business, you might not get those customers again. And one of the things that you need to understand is, in order for your business to survive, you need repeat business. You need repeat customers to keep coming back, spread that positive word of mouth. And if you're taking too long, if your service is not good, your product is not good as well, why would they keep coming back to you? Maybe the fad is just a line. Maybe the fad is just how your food looks, and it looks great, but it doesn't taste great. This is down to you. This is down to making sure that you have everything nailed down consistently, and making sure everyone is happy once they get the food and enjoying it. Thanks for this video, guys. Hope you found this video useful. If you did, like this video and consider subscribing to the channel. We'd love to see those subscribers go up, like always, and hopefully you could harness the power of the queues for your business, whether it's a street food business, a shop, or like a food business as well, because ultimately it's a good thing to have queues. Just make sure you can get those orders out and get more people joining your queue as well. I've been Business with Dave. I'll see you next video. Take care.